So today I'm going to explain why Jesus is God. I've already explained this in the past. However, I wanted to make like an actual full video on it because I feel like my short last time that I made about this is a little too short. So we're going to make like an actual full video about it. So to start off, you might say like, well, the Father is God, and Jesus has said that the Father is greater than him. So how does that make Jesus God? Well, he's not wrong. The Father is greater than the Son because when God came down to earth, he limited himself to come down to earth in human form. So when he limited himself, he chose things that he would not know, which also explains the next argument that Jesus isn't God is that why did the Father know the hour but not Jesus? Well, like I said, Jesus Christ limited himself to come down to earth in human form, meaning when he limited himself, meaning he chose things that he would not know, such as the hour. So he literally has his own will to pick whichever one he doesn't want to know, which is exactly why he said that the Father is greater than him, because like I said, he limited himself to come down to earth in human form. And just because that he said that the Father is greater than him doesn't make him any less God. In fact, I want to share some verses with you guys that prove that he is God. So many agree on the fact that only God can grant eternal life. So I want to share a verse with you guys. So this verse is John 10 verse 27 to 30. So it says here, "My sheep listen to my voice. I know them and they follow me. I give them eternal life and they will never perish. No one will snatch them out of my hand. My Father who has given them to me is greater than all. No one can snatch them out of my Father's hand. I and the Father are one." So when Jesus Christ claimed this, you have to read this in context. When Jesus Christ said, "I give them eternal life," meaning he literally grants them eternal life, and they shall never perish. No one will snatch them out of my hand, meaning that whoever follows Jesus Christ on the path of righteousness, no one can snatch them out of his hand. Also, more verses. John 8:58. Jesus said, "Truly, truly, I say to you, before Abraham was born, I am." So how can someone that's not God be able to exist before someone that was born thousands of years before them? Keep in mind, Abraham was in Genesis at the very start of the Bible. So that's how old Abraham is. So we have more. We have John chapter 1 verse 1. "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God." And in John chapter 1 verse 14 it says, "The Word became flesh and lived among us." So if you pretty much read it like that, it basically says, in the beginning was Jesus, and Jesus was with God, and Jesus was God. So that's pretty much technically what it's saying. So yes, that is why Jesus is God. So if you have any questions, feel free to comment them on my community post, because for some reason the comments just don't work on my videos. So yeah, peace out, goodbye, peace, God bless you all.